Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Ariella, and in today's video I'm going to be filming a springy makeup tutorial look, the look that I'm wearing now. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and like always, all of the products that I use I'm going to be linking in the bottom of the description box. So if you have any questions about the eyeshadows, foundations, or lipsticks that I use, they'll all be listed down below. So thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get on with the video. So the first thing I like to start off with doing before I do my face is I like to actually do my eyeshadow first, just because I feel like if you do your eyeshadow first and you mess up, it's easier to like wipe up and stuff. So the palette that I'm going to be doing today, my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I just recently purchased this palette, but I do love all the shades in it, and I feel like the yellows and the greens and the golds are sort of springy. So this is what the palette looks like. I just love these colors. So the first thing that I start off with before I start my look is I prime my eyes. The primer that I'm going to be using today is the Tarte primer. I believe it is called Buff Lid Lock. So I'm going to be using my crown brush, concealer brush. You can pretty much use probably any brush you wanted. I don't really think it matters too much. And I'm just going to start off by priming my eyelids. It is very important to prime your eyelids before you do any makeup look, because if you prime your eyelids, it ensures that you're not going to get any creases and tears. And honestly, I hate when it's like halfway through the day and my eyeliner or my eyeshadow starts to like crease and spread and stuff. So the first color that I'm going to be going into is called Access, and it is this nice yellowy color, kind of mustardy. I love this color. I think just maybe because of my eye color, I really like orangey yellow colors. So the brush that I'm going to be applying this with is just the Anastasia kind of like fluffy brush that I got when I purchased my palette a while ago. So I'm just gonna dip into that shade and start by applying it all around my eye, fluffing it out. And I want this yellow to be very defined, so I'm gonna dip into it again and just sort of make sure that you can see that it's yellow. So we're just gonna continue to buff that in. After I apply that shade on my eye and I buff it out, I'm gonna go in to the shade called Secure, which is this darker, sort of more terracotta-y color orange, and I'm going to apply that just right below the yellow. So I'm going to go in with another fluffy brush by Crown. So it's just like a big kind of fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that orange underneath the yellow. And I like this just because if you apply it like this, it kind of creates a gradient, which I think looks really nice. So after I apply that nice terracotta orange, I'm going to go in with my concealer again, and I'm going to just conceal sort of the base part of my eye, and I'm going to go in with the shade Coin, and I'm going to apply that just sort of all over the concealer. And then I'm going to go on top of Coin, and I'm going to apply Guilt Trip just to sort of create like the two different shimmer shades. So yeah, let's get into that. So again, I'm just going to go in with this Lid Lock concealer and my smaller concealer brush by e.l.f. and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. So as you can see, just sort of sweep it over. And then I'm going to go in with the flat brush. This one right here, my MAC brush that I've had literally for years. And I'm going to spray it with my Morphe setting mist. I find that if you spray your brush with setting mist before you apply any shimmer shades, overall it comes on a lot smoother. So then I'm going to go in with Coin, which again is this sort of like green gold shade. It's just super pretty. And I am going to tap that onto my lid like so. And then I'm going to go in with the Guilt Trip shade and I'm going to apply that on top of this gold shade. So now that I applied my top lid, I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye and apply my foundation, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to my bottom lid, apply my lashes, and do my eyebrows. So now that I got both my eyes done, I'm going to go ahead and apply my overall face primer. And the primer that I'm using today is the Smashbox Photo Finish Blur Primer. And I'm just going to take a bit of that all over my face. I like this primer because it's kind of like a silicone-y base. And I feel like with the silicone bases, it really blurs your face. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub that all over my skin. For foundation, I'm going to be using one of my favorite foundations. I love this brand. I feel like all of their products are just super awesome and they all work really well and last all day. So the foundation that I'm going to be using is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Butter CC Cream, Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. And it also has sunscreen in it, which is a total plus. So I just, whenever I apply my foundation, I kind of like spread it out with my fingers before I use the beauty blender. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it's just what I do. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just sort of buff it out up along my eye and create that more finished, make my wing look sort of like swooped more. Let's go ahead and apply that to the other side of my face. So I know I put my hair up, my hair was just really bothering me, so I don't know if this is the way you're supposed to apply foundation, but honestly I feel like if you just sort of spread it out, you don't lose as much with the beauty blender. I don't know, to be honest. So now that I got my my skin buffed out, I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer. The concealer that I've been using for a while now and that I really like is the Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer. I use the shade Porcelain. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that underneath my eyes, like so, on my nose, on the top of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead. Like that. Doing some tribe paint. And then I'm just gonna buff it all out. Like that in the forehead. So after I've buffed out my foundation, I like to go in with my bronzer. The bronzer that I use is the Butter Bronzer, and I use this big fluffy brush, Precision Powder Pro 59 by Sephora. And I just go ahead, tap it around, and just sort of apply it to my cheekbones and my forehead. I'm not really good at this. I don't really like doing bronzer. It's just I feel like my foundation never really matches that well, so I apply bronzer. So I'm gonna go ahead and in this little like crease by my cheekbones, just where it naturally gets dark, I just add a little bit of bronzer, and like that I go ahead and apply to my forehead. And then that's when I go in with my setting powder. So I like to set my face before I do my eyebrows, just so when I'm coloring my eyebrows, I'm setting my face. The setting spray that I'm using is the Born This Way Earthreal Setting Powder. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set the bottom parts of my cheeks, my eyes, and my forehead. Now I'm gonna go in with my big fluffy brush and I'm just gonna sort of fluff out all of this setting powder and just sort of blend it in, wiping away the excess but pressing in at the same time. I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. So the eyebrow pencil of my choice is the Goof Poof Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start off by brushing my brows. So I like to start off by lining the top part of my brow and then the bottom part of my brow, and then I just sort of brush it out, sort of like that. So I finished both my eyebrows and now I'm gonna go in and highlight those brows. So we're gonna dip back into the palette that I use for my eyes, and we're going to use the shade VIP, which is just a super pretty white shimmery like highlight shade, and we're going to use that to highlight the brow bone. So we're just gonna go down. I really like this color a lot. It's just super icy. And then for my highlight, I'm actually going to be using this palette. I'm going to dip into VIP and Guilt Trip. I just think a combination of these two would create a really nice highlight. So my highlight brush that I'm going to be using is a brush by MAC. It's just a dense brush. I couldn't find my highlight brush, so this is what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to put it on my brow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is blinding. And then I'm going to go back into the palette and do my lower line. That's something that I like to do after I apply my foundation and everything. So I'm going to go ahead for my lower line, and I'm going to use Access for just to kind of brief, or to kind of like brush completely over. And then more towards the ending corners of my eye, I'm going to use the color Top Secret. The brush I always use to sort of do my lower lash eyeliner is this brush, Crown Brush, and it is just a thin angled brush. I think that this works really perfectly when it comes to just applying lower lashes or lower eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the VIP shade, and I'm gonna just brush it along the lower part of my eye. And then I'm going to go in with the green shade and just sort of apply it over that color. Go in with my, I don't know what this brush is called, but it's just sort of a thinner fluffy brush, and I'm just going to sort of blend it out. I'm then going to go in with my Thrive Cosmetics eye brightener, and I'm going to just put it in the center of my eye, and then I'm going to go on top of that with some shadow just to really accentuate that brightness. So I'm just going to go in the corner and just sort of like that. And I'm going to go in with my thin MAC brush and just sort of pat in some of the VIP color into that center area on top of that. So it's kind of just really brighten up the eye. Now I'm going to go back and do the same process to my other eye, and then I'm going to apply my mascara and my lipstick. So now that I finished the other eye, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and then apply my mascara. The mascara that I'm going to be using today is the IT Cosmetics Super Lash Mascara. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my lower mascara. And the lipstick that I'm going to be using today is NYX Lipgloss. I didn't want to really apply a matte, so I figured a lip gloss would be perfect. So this is the NYX Butter Gloss lipstick. I believe I got it in a pack of 3 for like $5. I'm just gonna apply that all over. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed this look. I just think that this is a super fun springy look. It's simple, but it's glam, and you can sort of wear it anywhere. And yeah, I just love this palette. Again, this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I did my eyebrows with it, my mascara, and my highlight. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!